Hello again, I am Blunty. 6 weeks ago, I was in Taipei with MSI at Computex, and they revealed to the world their newest gaming PC, the newest desktop gaming PC, I should say, because they revealed a few new things at Computex. But the MSI Infinite A is what I'm talking about specifically, and I really quite liked it, and I have to admit, obviously as a DIY kind of PC guy here, I'm not always a huge fan of the off-the-shelf gaming PCs. They normally come with sort of some compromises, but the Infinite A I really liked. I liked the design, which is both sort of classy and blingy at the same time. I like the fact that it supports incremental upgrading very, very easily. I can get at the components super easy to swap them out for upgrades and things as you go along down the road. I like that. I like that they separated the airflow for the graphics card and the rest of the PC. So, each section gets its own airflow, and the CPU and the graphics card aren't sort of sharing the same warm air and all that kind of stuff. I really do like it. And I went over this in the original video. If you want more detail, you can go back to that. 2 weeks ago, I announced that I was giving one away, because during that Computex trip, MSI were running a sort of social media campaign thing with me and some of the other Dragon Squad team, sort of posting stuff on social media, and you would go to a special site and you would vote on the things you liked, and I got the most votes and I won. That means I got the right to give away the MSI Infinite A PC to one of you guys. So I announced the competition, and it was, I wanted you to send me your version of Lucky. And Lucky is the MSI mascot, that little red dragon. His name is Lucky. So I wanted you to create something, sort of draw something, or Photoshop something, or craft something, or whatever it was. I just wanted something you can send me a picture of on Twitter of Lucky as your favorite video game character, or a video game character you like, didn't it? Now, again, doesn't have to be a favorite. How am I going to know if it's your favorite or not? And of course, as I've been waffling here, you've been seeing various entries float across the screen. I don't have time in this video to show you all of them. I got over 200 entries, and judging them has been just a catastrophic, painful experience. I mean, not painful as in, painful as in, oh my God, how am I going to choose from all these? Because there are some astoundingly good entries. And I said at the beginning, this is not an art contest. I didn't necessarily want to award the prize to the person with the best technical artistic skills. That wasn't the point. I was interested in the idea, the execution, and the thought process behind the entry. But that said, there were some beautifully, spectacularly executed artistic entries as well that just made my jaw drop. There are some of you guys are ridiculously talented. Some of you guys have a little less talent when it comes to artistic skill, but have some fantastic ideas that just made me laugh my head off. Also, I noticed something about the entries. There were a lot of Link from Legend of Zelda. There were a lot of Spyro, because Spyro's a dragon. That was an easy sort of link to make. There are a lot of Kirby's. People love Kirby. The Kirby's way more popular than I ever thought. There are a lot of Charizards, of course, because Pokemon very popular, and Charizard the most, iconic dragon-type Pokemon. There are a lot of Ender Dragons from Minecraft. Again, a well-known dragon in a game. There were a lot of Solid Snakes, but there are just quite a lot of the entries revolved around Nintendo entities in particular. There was some obscure stuff, which I really appreciate. I was like, oh, I know what that is. There was Lucky as various indie game characters, which I found very exciting as well. There was lots of Overwatch, of course, Overwatch being one of the biggest games around right now. But when it came to finally choosing the winner, I came down to 7 entries. That is 7 entries from a short list of 137. Like, from the well over 200, there was 137 that I saved into a folder. I thought, I have to take another look at these ones. But as we lead up to the final announcement here, I want to give props to those final 7, those ones that really impressed me, either with artistic skill or the idea, or ideally a mixture of both. And the first one is this one here of Link from Breath of the Wild. I loved the mood of this one, looking longingly at the platform where the Master Sword would sit in the game, and sitting right there on the platform is the Infinite A, of course. So that's the object of desire. It's sitting there beckoning as the ultimate weapon. And I really love that idea. And I mean, look at the thing. It's executed so beautifully as well. Then there's this one of my favorite Kirby-inspired ones. All of the Kirby ones were basically the same idea of Kirby with a little sort of dragon hat. I left it over there. The dragon hat I was wearing in the other video. But aside from being a marvelously beautiful executed entry, and in traditional media as well, this isn't digital art, this is actually painted on canvas, which I quite enjoyed. I mean, there's something to be said for the texture of, putting something on in the real world. But more than that, it's the attitude, the action, the context of it that I really enjoyed. And all the way through to the color palette and everything, it's just a really lovely piece of work. Then there is this one, Lucky as Lance. And for those of you who don't go all the way back into the old school Pokemon, Lance is the Dragon Master in the original game. So the idea of Lance as a dragon master, as the MSI, it's just, you know, I loved that. I couldn't believe that I didn't think of that, because, you know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and I can't believe the thought of doing Lance as Lucky never occurred to me, and I was just angry at myself for not thinking of it first. And again, a wonderfully sort of alive feeling rendering of it as well. It's just a really lovely piece of work and a great idea behind it. We had a small fistful of physical entries as well. You know, everything from crocheted little plushy things all the way through to clay models and things like that. And this Hanzo one is one of the more impressive ones I saw. And again, Hanzo is a character who is linked to dragons because, well, if you know enough about Overwatch lore, you'll get it. But the long story short is he's got sort of a dragon power thing on, and he fires his arrow and a big dragon comes out, rah, and all that sort of stuff. So this is Lucky as Hanzo, the dragon-powered hero, of one of two dragon-powered Overwatch heroes, actually, because a few people did do the other one as well, because Hanzo has a brother who's also dragon-powered, and we had a few entries of him. But I just wanted to point out this particular Hanzo because it is just, and again, a really, really lovely piece of work. Then there's this one, Lucky as Dry Bones Bowser. I'm actually surprised we didn't get more Bowser entries. There were a lot of Mario entries, but only a small fistful of them used Bowser as Lucky. I thought we'd get more because obviously Bowser is a little bit dragon-like. But this is the one and only Dry Bones Bowser that we got. And there are a few details about this rendering which I really like, including the way they've done his tail and everything. I saw this and I went, that's a lovely idea. And it's a really nice balance between Bowser, or Dry Bones Bowser, and Lucky as well. You can instantly recognize both characters in this rendering. It's a lovely balance. Then there is this spectacularly beautiful piece of work. It is the main character from Journey, who I don't remember if they actually ever named him or not, or her. Actually, I don't even know what the gender was of the character, come to think of it. Anyway, main character in Journey. And I think the thing that makes this work is the tonal palette. Lucky is red, everything else is red sand and oranges and yellows, and all the way through that sort of, just that warm end of the spectrum. I love the composition, I love the execution, I love the body language being up there. It's just, again, a really, really lovely piece of work that I just wanted to highlight. But finally, and if you have been keeping count, this is number 7, and indeed, it is the one I selected as the winner. And I hope you can appreciate just how difficult this choice was. There are some amazing entries all the way through. Not just those final 7 I showed you, but there are some, you know, there are plenty of other ones that were real close to being in the finals as well. And this one made it for a couple of specific reasons. One of the secondary reasons was I love that he comes with a catchphrase, go whole dragon, because Roadhog, go whole hog, that kind of thing. I thought that was clever, and it's something that you can imagine, you know, someone from MSI marketing liking, go whole dragon. They could use that in an ad campaign or something. That had nothing to do with my final decision. I just thought that was clever. The reason I like this one, I like the sort of attitude he has, but what I like most about this is the idea that Lucky has a secret identity, because of course Roadhog from Overwatch never takes off his mask. He's always got that little piggy mask on, never ever takes it off, so we never see his face. And I love the thought of underneath that mask is plucky little happy-go-lucky Lucky. You know, I love his little tail sticking out the back there. I love the MSI tattoo on his belly as well. So there's a lot of little details I like about this, and the general idea behind it as, you know, he is Roadhog, you know, the one man, what's the line? One man apocalypse? One man apocalypse. I can't do his voice.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
But he takes off his mask and there's cute little Lucky. I love that dichotomy. I love the idea behind that. So congratulations. Let me check who your name is. Llewellyn Cass, apparently, is his name. I wasn't looking at the names while I was judging. But Llewellyn Cass, congratulations. I will be contacting you through Twitter to get your details to forward on to MSI so they can then send you out your MSI Infinite A.
A reward fit for a king.
And please, everybody, join me in the down below area in congratulating Llewellyn for his victory here. And also a huge congratulations and thank you to every single person who entered. There was, I keep saying it, but it's true. And it's not just lip service. It is, this is one of the most fun competitions I've ever run. But the entries I got in were so entertaining. I mean, there's more than a few that put a big old smile on my face all the way through. So I want to thank you for that. And I hope that even if you didn't win, that you're not feeling too disappointed, that you had fun while you know, thinking about what to do, and had fun, you know, making whatever you're making or drawing whatever you're drawing and things like that. I just hope this has been a joyful experience for you, and fingers crossed I get to do more of this stuff in the future. Who knows? There is another Dragon Squad trip coming up in the not too distant future, so I don't know what's going to be tied in with that, but I imagine there may be some other kind of competition or contest or social media campaign or something, because it's, you know, that's how we've been rolling with the Dragon Squad trip so far, so yeah. But yeah, Roadhog, as Lucky as Roadhog. I just love the idea. Just pull off the mask and there's Lucky smiling at you, his little cute little dragon face. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty, and we'll catch you next time. Oh, I almost forgot while I was editing that video. I suddenly forgot that I forgot to show you what my idea was. I did promise you in the original video that I had a cool idea that I wanted to do myself. Obviously, I couldn't enter my own competition because that would have been a little bit morally dubious. But I did have a fun idea that I wanted to do. And I didn't actually have time at all to actually draw it or get it finished or anything throughout the entire process of the competition. I've been too busy. But this morning, while I was having breakfast, I did a really rough sketch of him. And that's it right there. There we go. It's Soldier 76 as Lucky, but he's sort of little tiny Lucky sitting inside the #1 dad cup because of the Dad 76 in-joke that's in Overwatch and stuff, and you know, the gun resting against the cup and everything. I thought it was a cute idea. I may do a live stream today, tomorrow, next few days, I don't know, where I pull out the drawing tablet and try to do a finished version of this. So keep an eye on my Twitter and whatnot. But yeah, for those who are curious what what my concept was for Lucky as a video game character, would have been this. And quite frankly, even if this wasn't my competition, I think the Roadhog one still should have won, because I think it's a cleverer idea than mine. Although I am kind of happy with how the mask came out. It's tough trying to draw Soldier 76's mask with a muzzle on it. Have you ever tried? It's tough.